Hello, a very good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar, and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all on this webinar on Python programming for biologists. I hope my screen is visible to all. Over the next 15 days that we have planned, we have an exciting program lined up for you, where we will dwell into world of Python programming and its immense relevance in the field of biology. So, our primary objective throughout this course is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of Python programming, and we'll address any doubts or any concern you may have today in this webinar. So we are here to support you and assist you in every possible manner throughout the duration of this program. We will cover the essential foundation of Python programming. We'll begin by exploring topics such as data types, variables, control flow, functions, and file handling. So these fundamental concepts will serve as a building blocks for your journey into the world of Python programming. So our learning approach is designed to provide you with a well-rounded learning experience. We will provide you with the detailed explanation. We'll give you the practical examples and hands-on exercises to ensure that not only you grasp the theoretical concepts, but also gain the practical experience in the coding with programming with Python. So now, um, even in the end, we'll have a Q&A section where you will be asking your queries. So feel free to ask any question. Feel free to even clear any doubt. We'll clarify everything, and engage meaningfully. We'll have a discussion, and with you will have discussion with me. So further, in addition to this course content, we'll also provide you with supplementary resources, including recommended readings, online tutorials as well, or code repositories. These resources will serve as a valuable journey for you all, and feel free to ask anything. So once again, I extend a warm welcome to you all, everyone. Thank you for joining, everyone. And we are committed to making this webinar a highly informative, highly engaging, and enriching experience for all participants. So let's embark on this Python programming adventure together and unlock the endless opportunities it holds for us in the field of biology. So as you're a little about me before starting. Hello, my name is Isha Gupta. I hold B.Tech M.Tech from Amity University, and my major is Bioinformatics, even in my bachelor's and my master's. So I hold a keen interest in biology and programming language. I have worked and I have experience ranging from I worked on various projects of bioinformatics that are ranging from genomics to proteomics, and I have a strong background in both programming, Python programming and biology. I have worked extensively with Python in various scientific research projects, and I'm passionate about bridging the gap between the programming and biology. And I'm here to just share my knowledge with you all. My expertise and experience will ensure that you receive comprehensive guidance throughout the course. Thank you again for joining. So to begin with, we'll start with the basic introduction of Python for biologists. So, Python programming holds a great significance in the field of biology due to its simplicity. Simplicity being a first component, then flexibility and extensive library ecosystem. It provides you various libraries to perform analysis. It has clean syntax. It is easy to understand. We can understand Python programming just by looking at the code. So even starting into the Python, I just wanted you all to know what is the basic term programming. So programming is basically just us human telling a computer to perform a task for us. Computer do not know our any native language, so we need to tell computer in a language defined between the human and the computer. That is a programming language. Through programming language, we'll let the computer know the task and enable the task to perform so as to we get the output of the task we provided. Um, Another thing would be that the programming language is defined in a sequential manner. That means even we as a human, we perform tasks in a sequence. I will wake up in the morning. First thing in the morning is I'll brush my teeth. So first thing I'll pick up the brush, not the toothpaste. If I pick up the toothpaste and put it on my finger, it's not the correct order. Execution and telling the instruction in the correct manner, so that the computer understand what you are trying to tell the computer. How is computer is going to execute the code and instruction you have provided to the computer through programming language. So Python programming holds a great significance in the field of biology due to its simplicity. I'll show you the coding examples further in the PPT, and I'll explain line to line everything. Don't worry, you can and you feel free to ask anytime. It is a clean syntax and easy to understand structure, so that makes a biologist easily accessible. So this programming language Python is very easily understandable by the biologist. So Python can be applied to a wide range of tasks in biology, including data analysis, genetic manipulation, system simulation, and data visualization. The availability of specialized libraries, such as we'll learn this again in the further proceeding PPT. So we'll learn about the libraries that Python enables a biologist to use. Those are BioPython, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. There are many more. So further, these libraries enhances its utility by providing specific function and method tailored to the need of you guys. You are the biologist. I believe everyone is a biologist over here. Biologist is the one who just deals with any type of biological data. You must have worked with biological data, and through programming language like Python, it would be a very easy and convenient way to perform data analysis on such type of data. By such type of data, biological data, I mean the data is of just the repetition of four letters, the nucleotides ATGC. So by manually looking at such type of data, you cannot conclude what that data is trying to tell you. So for that, you need to use a programming language to interpret the result. Your question for the study would be, what are the genes in that biological data? So every such thing is possible using programming language. Interpreting result from such type of just repetition of alphabet is not possible by manually looking at it. We need a source so that we could perform data analysis on such type of data. So again, Python's gives you an opportunity, like it is an automation. It performs task automatically. That means once you define a set of commands, then that task would be performed automatically. That means it provides you automation. It enables you to perform a task in an automation. So that automation enables research to automate repetitive tasks, saving time and improving workflow efficiently. So, additionally, Python's popularities in various scientific disciplines foster collaboration and offers a thriving community that constantly develops a new tool and resources. Overall, Python will empower biologists to enhance their research, extract meaningful insight from the data that is not understood by the human by just looking at it, and accelerate the pace of scientific discoveries. In our course, we are going to learn how we can implement Python programming language for executing and for analyzing such type of biological data. I hope this is understood that how is Python leveraging the use and understanding of biological data for biologists. Now, so the first thing that how is Python important for biologists is because of research use. So Python is an easy to learn programming language that simplifies the research process for biologists. It's clear. It is very clear and concise. I'll explain these codes as well again now. So it is very Python is very clearly written. It is just like English, and we can, by looking at the code, we can understand what the code is trying to say. It is clear and concise syntax. It allows for the creation of complex code in just a few lines. These are the basic codes. We'll learn and dig more into it. With Python, biologists can quickly develop simulation, implement mathematical models, and analyze biological systems as well. Its simplicity and readability makes it accessible to biologists with varying levels of programming experience, enabling them to leverage the full potential of Python for their research purposes. So over here in this first example, in this code we have just defined three variables. First variable is name, second is age, and then height. The variable name is assigned, and the value, these are the John 25 180.5, these are the values assigned. So using the print function, over here we are using print function to display these variables, display the value given to these variables. Over here we have given print name, just the basic example. Now we are able to easily understand what it is saying because of its simplicity. Python is so simple to understand that biologists only choose Python. They might choose R as well for the visualization purposes, but visualization is also possible using Python programming. So because of its simplicity, majority of biologists or researchers opt for Python programming language. I believe that everybody might not be at all familiar about the programming language. That is why, similarly, few researchers who are working on a project where they have only the theoretical knowledge, now they want to implement and analyze data. So for that purposes, they will opt for such simple language so as to perform any data analysis. Understood? So over here as well, we'll just use a simple print command. I want to print name, that is already given variable. And see, within quotes, we want a, um, a word name print, and then followed by comma and space, we'll provide the variable name here. So it will print name, that word that we have specified within the quotes, which is not a variable. We have specified in the print here. So it will just print name and then John. Similar manner, we have printed the variable age, which is 25, and we have given print age. Age would be printed so as to we could get age, then the variable value, that is 25. Same for the height. Now, to write a Python program to calculate the sum of two numbers over here, we have defined two variables, num1 that is 5 and num2 that is 3. So then we calculate the sum of num1 and num2 by adding them together and storing the result in a different variable, that is sum over here. So we'll just sum up these, provide this case variable, just add this variable num1 to num2. and we want it to print it out, then we'll write print within quotes whatever sentence or word we want as an output. We'll write the sum is, then the variable name. If we would have write num1 over here, if we would have write num1 over here, the output would be the sum is 5. All right, similar manner, we have only given the variable which is sum, that is the addition of the both variable values, that is 8. So the sum is 8. So this code demonstrates how Python can perform basic arithmetic operations such as addition, and how to display the result using the print function. I hope this is clear. And this one over here, this code demonstrated that how Python can store and display different types of data. Over here, you can see this is different type of data. That means this is a name. These are alphabets. So alphabets, according to a programming language, is a string. We call alphabets a string. String is defined in quotes. And the second variable type over here is number. Number in according to a programming languages is given as an integer. So the data type of age variable is integer. And for height, the data type is floating. Floating is it is a number, but we have a decimal over here. So such type of variable data type is float. So this is floating point number. It is called float. This is called integer. This is called string. So this showcases the simplicity and readability of Python in handling variables and printing their values. This is very important that you are aware of the data types you are using. We understand what type of data we are writing as a code, but the computer do not understand whether this is an integer, this is an alphabet, or this is a word. You need to define the data type. So just putting point here, it is understood that this is a floating value. Just number, this is understood, this is an integer value, and within quotes it is understood that it is a string value. Now further moving on, how this is just a basic example. So this is the simplicity, how because of the simplicity researchers opt for Python. Second, why researchers or biologists opt for Python is because of the data analysis. Python's library such as NumPy. These are few libraries Python gives the researchers, or it provides libraries to perform the data analysis for biological purposes. Such libraries are NumPy, Pandas, SciPy, and there are various. I am just naming few, and this is an example of just one library. So further, in our program we will learn about the libraries as well, and we'll perform a few live examples. Like we'll have projects, different projects, and we'll execute everything. We will have unique projects. So over here, I'll explain the code as well. So these are few essential libraries which is offered by the Python programming language. So providing efficient data structure, statistical functions, and tools for manipulation. So these libraries enable biologists or researchers to perform data analysis, and by providing efficient data structures, statistical function, and tools for manipulation. Biologists can analyze large data sets. By large data sets, again, we are aware a file. If we look at the human genome file, that is just repetition of ATGC. It is a very huge file. A human genome is composed of 3.3 billion base pairs. So such file manipulation or a visualization is impossible. So for that we use a programming language. Again, Python is the simplest that is the simplest programming language one can opt for. So biologists can analyze large data sets that is impossible to do manually. We could perform statistical analysis, we could visualize the results using Python, and we could even integrate various tools, or we could integrate various programming with Python. That is also very easy. Programming such as R and MATLAB can also be integrated. So its capability in data analysis for biologists are huge because of the integration as well. In this code, we have used biosec utils. Over here, biosec utils is a Python already present library, already present, that this package is already present in Python programming language. So for this module, we write in such a manner. We tell the computer through programming that from bio, import sec.io, go to this package. We are telling go to this module and import this section. Now again, in that section, we want only bio.sec utils module from this library. I am only interested in using this module, and import GC. GC is the function that is already defined in biosec utils. So over here, we are using this BioPython library for calculating the sequence length and GC content of a DNA sequence. DNA sequence file is given as this. This is a sequence file which is just again the nucleotides. It is composed of just the 4 nucleotides, and in similar manner, it is a faster sequence file. Faster sequence file. Uh, it A faster sequence file is a extension in which we store. Dot faster is an extension in which we store the DNA sequences. And even to perform analysis, we need to use such extensions only. It is predefined. So we'll also learn about those things as well. Every single query, every single thing will be cleared, uh, and um, and I will try to cover every question and every query of yours. And I look forward to explaining and learning and gathering everything we could learn as a biologist using data. We could perform data analysis, we could use multiple libraries, and through that multiple libraries usage, uh, we could get our analysis result. Whatever the question we are going to address in our study is possible using Python programming language. So in this example, we have used BioPython module, BioPython library. So over here, we are loading the DNA sequence from the FASTA file, which is this. Like this, we have given a variable sequence underscore file, and we have given the file name. Use this file. We are telling the computer, please use this file. And in another variable, we are telling the computer from the sec.io.read. This is how we write a command. We're telling from the sec.io.read. It is already predefined command in the library. We're telling use the file. So we will not give the file name. First, we need to import the file into the system. First, we need the file. So in a single variable, we have imported the file. Similarly, we'll just use the variable name and then define FASTA. It's a FASTA format. Now, in this another variable sequence, we have given another command. This is the command which is already mentioned. Computer will pick up the command from the BioPython library, and it would be understood because it is already defined. We need not to define this command. It has its unique function already defined. Similarly, this has a unique function already defined within the BioPython library. So first we imported the first we import the GC function. Here, GC function first we imported from the biosec util module. Next we load the DNA sequence from the FASTA file using sec.io.read here, and then we are specifying the file name and the format as FASTA. We assign the sequence to variable. We assign the sequence to variable sequence. Now then we calculate the sequence length. So for calculating the sequence length, we have defined another variable where the value of the sequence length will be stored. Only the value will be stored in this variable. So we calculate the sequence length by using the len function. Len is the command over here. Len function is already defined again in the BioPython library. So this len function on the sequence variable, this sequence variable holds the file which we have given. This holds the file, and over here this holds the value of this function. Understood? So again we'll calculate the length of the sequence. Now to calculate the GC content of the same record we have given in a variable sequence, we'll write it as follows. So to calculate the GC content, we use GC function, passing the sequence variable as an argument here. Done. Now we are telling the computer, please print the sequence length. This is the string value. String, only string, not any variable. Now we are telling, please print as such, print the sentence or word first. Then we will write sequence length. Here is the sequence length variable holding the length of the file we have already imported. So it will print sequence length equals to whatever length was there in the FASTA sequence. Again, GC content will be printed in the similar manner. GC content variable is given over here, and it will print GC content and the value of the GC content, whatever we got the output by calculating it. Now, uh, again, just concluding, this code showcases how BioPython module can be used to calculate important characteristics of a DNA sequence, such as their length, their GC content, and many more things. We will learn in our upcoming 15 days program. Now, moving further, how is it is benefiting biologists? Why are they opting for? Why should they opt for Python programming? It is because of the automation. When we do or perform any type of study, a scientific study, we have fewer instruction that are needed to be repeated. Not a single time, but multiple time. We have few instruction to be repeated. So for that, Python is a highly effective in automating repetitive tasks, providing biologists with saving time. It gives biologists time-saving solution. It enables the creation of script and workflows for automating data processing, file manipulation, and for performing repetitive data analysis. Biologists can leverage Python to handle extensive sequencing data, automate image analysis as well, and extract information from biological databases, enhancing efficiency in their work. So it saves time and it even saves your manual work. So just an example. So this given code over here demonstrates the implementation of a class called person in Python. See, Python is an object-oriented programming language. So this paradigm, object-oriented programming language, helps. It gives the Python an advantage that any function could be performed in just by single-handedly defining that function or command once. Then you, after defining that command, you can use and access that command in further. After defining that command, you can use it from anywhere. This is an example. So over here I have defined a class named as person that is defined with two parameters. So the two parameters are name and age. Name, age. These are the parameters. When we are talking about defining a class and creating an object, we are not using variable here. Now these are the two parameters defined under the class person. All right. So inside the class, the INIT, this method, this is a method which is already, this is used to define a class. So it is initiating function. This is a initiating method. We are telling that initiate a class, define a class using a initiating function. So it used to initialize the attribute of the class. So the name and age passed as an argument are assigned to the corresponding attributes using the self keyword. This is the self keyword which is used. So the name and age passed as an argument are assigned to the corresponding attributes using the self keyword. Again, these are the attributes defined under using the initiate command. So these are the two arguments defined. So now we will tell the computer the say hello. This say hello method is defined to print a greeting message with a person name. Self will be given, it will ask you below when you write a code, when you execute a code, it will ask you below, it will ask for your input. When you run the code, it will ask for your input. If you write your name, like I write Isha, then it will say hello to me. I'll show you how. So say hello self. In this, I am giving this method is defined to print. I have only defined it to print a greeting message with a person name. An instance of the person class is created for, over here in this example, it is created for John, and using the statement John equals to person John 25. How it is given? Self, we have given self. Now we have given two attributes as its name. This is just an instance defined here. We are giving it. Now we are defining person. We have said, we are telling the computer that whatever class we created, now we are calling the class here. We have defined the class. Now we are calling the class. For that, we have created an instance which is named as John. So calling a class, after calling a class, what it will say, we need to give two arguments, name John, now age 25. Similarly, we have given this, and now we want to access these attributes and call the method for John. Here I only want to print the name of the person. Person is the class, name of the person, only name. We have only already given the both attributes. So I'm telling to print name as in John dot name. John dot name, only name will print. Now again print the age. John dot age, only the age would be print. John dot say hello. Where it will go? Say underscore hello will go to this attribute. Now when it will go to this attribute of the class, and what we have defined under this attribute, that print hello my name is the whatever is defined in this attribute, it will say that. Here we will just write this, and what will get printed, hello my name is John. Another example is, for instance, see this is what I'm telling you. Once we have defined a class and stopped that, After that, we can use it multiple time. If I want to print the name of the person Tina, now I can use that thing again and again in a different manner. Over here we have printed our every information that was given about the John. Now I want to create an instance for the person class for Tina. Now I'll give Tina. Now the person class is mentioned and both the arguments are given value. Similar way, we can access these attributes and call the method for Tina. Again, the name of the Tina.name only will print and age will be print. For this, Tina.say underscore hello, it will go to this and print hello. My name is Tina. Name first would be John. For age 25. For this command, it would be hello, my name is John. In similar manner, Tina age would be 24 and hello, my name is Tina. This is how we can perform automation. Not only for Tina, I could have created more examples. So it is easy to use. This command demonstrates that the basic concept of creating a class and initializing the attributes and defining method in Python, and how you can reuse that defined class again and again. Now another point, that why should biologists opt for Python programming language is Python is a special language that helps us teach computers to learn and think like humans. So Python is a special language that help us teach the computer. We are teaching the computer that how to learn and think like a human. Those tasks that we were doing 2 plus 2, or we could say by looking at two people we could conclude two. So how will the computer also conclude this in similar manner? How will it conclude in similar manner? So for that we are using Python in such case, so that computer should also behave like or think like humans. So it's like teaching a computer to solve puzzles or make predictions. So in biology, we can use Python to understand things like genes, like proteins. For example, we can use Python to analyze DNA sequences, like we have seen in earlier examples. And further in our sessions, we will dig into this more and see more examples. We will also work on the projects, which are very uniquely designed. And what it does, Python enables a biologist to find patterns that tell us important information about the living things. So there are few, I told you, few special libraries in Python. It has also, Python is majorly used for machine learning and artificial intelligence. So for such tasks, um, Python gives a few libraries. There are special libraries in Python like scikit-learn, TensorFlow, and Keras. So that help us build and train machine learning models. Think of these like libraries, like super tools that make a computer really smart. With these tools, we can teach the computer to recognize pattern in a DNA data. Pattern, of course. What by pattern? We have a sequence which is uniquely placed. The nucleotides are uniquely placed. They're placed where they're supposed to be. If there's some error, you will get some genetic disease. So those patterns are recognized using programming language Python. So for majority, I think 90% of the time when we are building any machine learning model, Python is implemented. So with these tools, we can teach the computer to recognize the patterns in DNA data and make prediction about things like diseases or how a protein works. Imagine we have a big puzzle of DNA sequences. Using Python and machine learning, we can train the computer to find patterns in a puzzle in that puzzle and tell us if there's a specific gene or if it's related to a certain disease. It's like having a super helper. We cannot just look manually and one by one this set of sequence codes for this gene, or yes, this set of gene codes for this protein. No, we cannot just manually do this thing. This would take years. So we use Python and machine learning. It's like we have a super helper who can quickly solve puzzles that would not take much of our time or our labor work, and give us important information about living things. Python and machine learnings are like a powerful duo for biologists. They can help us analyze and understand the complex biological data, which can lead to new discoveries and advancement in the field of biology. It's like um, it's like having a secret weapon that helps us to unlock the mysteries of life. Of course, as a biologist, we are doing the same. So Python is not only fun and useful language, but it also plays a big role in helping biologists explore and understand the amazing world of biology. It's like having a magic wand and help us uncover the life secrets of gene and protein. Other things which for which Python is used by biologists, that is visualization is important. um, we need to see where that gene is lying. That is only possible through graphs and plots. So Python makes it easy for biologists to create beautiful and informative visualizations of their data. For such purposes, libraries such as matplotlib, seaborn, and plotly are used. We can turn boring numbers and data. Just these are the just numbers that we get after data analysis. For example, we got p values, we get adjusted p value, we get log fc. There are various parameters which filled with Excel sheet filled with numbers. We get such type of data. So to understand such type of data, visualization is very important. We cannot conclude to a result by looking at the numbers. We could conclude, but visualization makes it much um, easier to understand. If we want to even present our work, that is presentative using visuals. So it enables Python enables to turn boring numbers and data into colorful and interactive graphs. Just like artists use paintbrush and colors to create masterpieces, biologists use Python and these libraries to create these masterpieces. Just few other these this image attached are the few visualization you could visualize using these many bars or plot or graphs. Imagine we have a lot of data about different animals and their characteristics. We can use Python to create a bar chart that shows the height of different animals, and the chart will have colorful bars representing each animal's height. And we can easily compare the heights of different animals by looking at the picture. It would be very easy to understand. Not only we can create bar charts, but also we can create line graphs, scatter plots, and even 3D plots. These visualization help us see the pattern and trend in the data that might not be obvious just by looking at the numbers. We cannot conclude by looking at the numbers. Visualization makes uh, it easy to understand the pattern, what this data is trying to say. So that pattern is we are able to visualize that as well. We can discover things like how temperature affects the growth of the plant or how different genes are related to each other. So visualization are not only useful for our own understanding but also for sharing our findings with others. I understand my project. In order to make you understand, I need some descriptive visuals, so that it becomes easier for me so to explain you. We can create stunning graphs and figures that can be included in scientific papers or presentation. It's like telling a story with picture, which makes it easier for others to understand our research or discoveries. Python visualization library give biologists the power to perform or to they it gives the power to transform their data into eye-catching videos again. So um, another point was visualization and integration. Now the last point is integration with existing tools. So Python is like very friendly team player that can work well with others in the biology lab. It can talk to databases, it can connect with softwares, like even it has integrated libraries. Also, it can talk to databases, connect with softwares, and even communicate with different programming language. For example, if we have a database with information about different species, Python can fetch the data and analyze it. It's like having a language translator that helps different tools understand each other and work together smoothly. With Python integration capabilities, biologists can make the most of their existing tools and resources, they're creating a harmonizing workflow in the lab. It means it could capture the information from a different source and use it in it, and could perform data analysis. So we could integrate Python outputs in different programming languages as well, such as R. So again, Python has provided biologists as a very outstanding. Python could be considered as the perfect programming language for the biologist because of such things like visualization, its integration power. Like we could integrate Python in various platforms. We could use or integrate Python in various programming language. Other examples like biologists use is because of its automation and so. Now, in real world, biologists face various problems again. So, but what makes this course truly unique is its focus on specific application of Python in biology. We will explore how Python can revolutionize your work as a biologist by addressing common challenges as you may encounter. So, in the world of biology, working with data that can be like untangling a complex puzzle. Python comes to the rescue with such libraries like Panda, NumPy, which act as a handy tool to help biologists manipulate their data. Such large set of data is not easy to manipulate. For example, let's say we have a data set with information about different species, including its characteristic uh, and the genetic data. And with Python, biologists can easily filter. With Python, biologists can easily sort even the data based on the specific criteria. We could also merge different data sets together or even handle the missing data seamlessly. It's like having a smart assistant that simplifies the data manipulation process and help biologists to uncover the valuable insights. Few examples we'll see in the next slide. This is over here. In this example, this code in this example we have a list of numbers representing some data. Let's say it's data, and this is the list of numbers. We want to filter out the numbers that are greater than 10. Using Python, we can easily achieve this task by creating a new list, which is filtered data. Using a list comprehension, we can iterate over each element in the original list and add it to the new list only. If we meet the condition that x, we have defined over here, that x should be less than 10. Finally, we print the filtered data over here. Filtered data should be that contains only um, contains only the numbers which are greater than 10. In filtered data variable, only those numbers will be printed, or those number will be given as value which is greater than 10. Over here we are writing print the filtered data. Yes, now I'll explain you what it is saying. In quotes, print filtered data, it is just a string. It is telling print these terms. Do not print the value. Over here it is telling you this. In my already defined code, there is a variable already I have defined, and in that variable we have given all these values which are larger than 10. So what will print in this part? It will print the values which are larger than 10, which is just 15 and 18. So output would be 15 and 18, and this is just the string value. Similarly, in other code, it provide this is sorting. In this code, data is sorted. This is just a variable in which a list of number is defined. Here we are performing. We have created a variable sorted underscore data. Where we are just sorting the data. Data means we are sorting this variable. Which variable which is given as data holds the list of the numbers, and after sorting it will sort in ascending order, so the result would be, again this is just the string which would be printed as an output, and the sorted data would be printed, which is as such first 3, 6 and so on in ascending order. Now, data manipulation can be done by merging as well. If we have a task to merge, we need to perform merging of our two data set. That is also possible using Python programming language. So over here, these are two lists, data 1, data 2. Now we just want to merge these two lists. We will also give another variable, third variable, first variable, second, third. Third variable is named as merged underscore data. In this variable, I want to put value as this list plus this list. The plus over here is merging these two lists. Again, it will print this text and print the output. This is the variable. So it would be printed as a huge list such as 10, 15, 5, 10, 9, 6, 3, 18. It would be printed. So first thing, addressing challenge was data manipulation becomes easy using Python. So this has helped biologists a lot. So because reshaping and data manipulation is a part, um, is the main part for biologists to perform. So our data is large and complex, so that cannot be also done manually. These are the few basic commands I explained you using a list and variables and print function, and how we could filter out or sort or merge fewer files. Similarly, another challenge faced by the biologist could be statistical analysis. Statistical analysis is not easy. So Python's statistical analysis, for that we have other libraries such as SciPy and Stats Model. So that empowers the biologist to draw meaningful conclusion from their data. We have 4 letters entirely in a big file. We have just 4 letters. How would I come to any conclusion by looking at the data? So that these models, these already given libraries, empower biologists to draw meaning. Every library is there. They have predefined. So it becomes very easy for biologists to perform these many functions. It's already given, it's written. We have just need to type a few commands. That too, how we have to write, we will learn. And it empowers biologists to draw meaningful conclusions from the data through hypothesis testing. It could be performed, it's not easily performed manually, so we could perform hypothesis testing. P-value calculation could be done through using these libraries, statistical libraries given by the Python programming language. So regression analysis is performed in many more, which is aiding in our research and experimentation in biology. So, for example, imagine you have what imagine you guys are biologist. There might be time you have some study going on with you. You are studying the effect. For example, you are studying the effects of new fertilizers on plant growth. For example, you're studying the effect of new fertilizers on plant growth. You have collected data on the height of plants in two groups. Group 1 tested with the new fertilizer and another group without any treatment. To analyze the data statistically, you can use Python's library by applying a t-test from SciPy. This is just a command. You can determine if there's a significant difference in plant height between these two groups. We have two groups, so we using statistical libraries we can define that what is the significant difference in these two groups plant height. And this statistical analysis will help you draw conclusion further about the fertilizer impact on the plant growth, allowing you to make informed decision in your research. So another challenge that a biologist could face is statistical analysis. So again, Python provides you various libraries to perform so. Other one, other challenge would be visualization. So imagine a biologist want to analyze a DNA sequence using bioinformatics tools. Python can help by integrating with libraries like BioPython. They can write a Python script to retrieve the sequence. So that sequence once retrieved, visualization is also important. So biologists, what they do for visualizing, we use Python. Python provides a platform so as to display the result efficiently and effectively. Often what happen, biologists face such problem in effectively visualizing complex biological data such as gene expression. I don't know if you guys are aware of it or not, gene expression. In further classes, we can also learn in single webinar. I cannot explain every single thing, but in 15 upcoming classes, we have designed everything, each and every step. So what happens? Biologists often face challenges in effectively visualizing complex biological data, such as gene expression pattern. They, I'll explain. Gene expression is simply a gene is supposed to move like this. A gene is supposed to create 10 proteins instead of producing 10 proteins. A gene is producing, it's deviating from its task. It's not performing its task efficiently. What it's doing is it is not producing 10, it is producing 15, where it should only produce 10 protein, it is producing 15. So it's deviating, it's not functioning properly. All right, in similar manner, what happened, this gene might be producing 15 instead of 10, or might be producing less out of 10. Less by less, I mean it might be producing 5. So what happened in gene expression analysis, biologists us will study the gene expression, how this gene, why is gene not performing its task correctly, why is it deviating from its task. When it's producing more, it is called upstream. upregulated, and when it is producing less, it is called downregulated. So all these analyses are performed, and all these analyses are performed in using statistical analysis. We cannot by looking at the data, we cannot conclude such numbers. It is performed using statistical analysis. So such tasks become easier when we use Python programming language. Again, so for such large scale genomic data or gene expression pattern, to understand gene expression pattern, we need to use Python. Python's visualization library, such patterns, gene expression patterns, can be easily visualized through plots and charts and graphs. So this challenge is also been addressed using Python programming language. Now another one, integration with bioinformatics tool. Imagine you have to analyze a DNA sequence using bioinformatics tools. Python can help you integrate with libraries. It has multiple libraries. They can write a Python script. All right, you can write. Even I can write, being a bioinformatician or being a biologist. Python has given us opportunity so that we could perform such analysis using Python easily. So we could write a Python script to retrieve the sequence from the data set. We could parse it. We could perform various analysis such as finding a protein coding region. Just typing the code, it is possible. We could find the protein coding region. We could compare it to known sequence as well. Suppose we have a data set of, let's say, uh, um, a gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. We have the sequence of both of these. So we could also perform the comparative analysis. We could compare it among each other. Also, we could compare it from the known sequences. Python enables biologists to automate these tasks. It saves time, it simplifies the analysis process. Over here, I'll tell you the example, calculating the length of a DNA sequence using Python libraries. It's very easy. In this case, we are not even using a library. It's just basic or Python command. We have given a variable and pasted ATGC, just the sequence length. So just a sequence. So we have to calculate the length. What is the length of this, or what is the length of this variable? So we will just write for printing the length of the variable. This is just the word we wanted to print in our output, and the variable. We will mention the variable from where you should pick up the output. This is the length. So it will calculate the length and print it as an output. Another example is counting the occurrence of specific nucleotide in a DNA sequence. That means this is a sequence, this is a variable called sequence. We have defined the sequence in this. Now we have another variable as nucleotide. We have defined a single nucleotide in this. Now we are telling count, we are again defining another variable as count and telling to perform such function as in I'm telling sequence dot count. So it would take this variable. Dot count is a command of Python, and dot count what we are telling computer to count nucleotide. What is within this variable A? So we are telling the computer from sequence count the number of A's available in this sequence. Now we are just using the print function to print our answer, print our output. For in output section, we want count of just words. We want these words count of as an output. We want nucleotide variable, whatever is stored in it. So count of A. A will come in this variable. A is the value of nucleotide. So A, count of A. If this nucleotide was enclosed within the quotes, the answer would be count of nucleotide. Instead, now that it is not within the quotes, the answer is count of A. Again, this is a value. This is a string, and so here we are printing the variable value, which is the number after counting A's in this sequence. 1, 2, 3. So the output would be count of A, and this symbol is 3. This would be the output. Now finding the reverse complement of a sequence DNA, how it could be easily performed. We have the sequence variable as sequence, and the sequence is defined as in value. Reverse complement would be sequence put this variable. I'm telling this is a command, translate. How to translate? I'm telling you, translate the string. How dot make translate? This is the command. Translate A as T, T as A, C as G, G as C. I'm making this command, I'm telling it for whenever I'll use this variable, what computer you have to perform. I'm telling you that reverse complement, whenever I'll write this, what you will perform, you will take the sequence from the sequence variable, translate it such as. Okay. Now when we are printing, when we are printing this, we will write this is just the text we want in our output, and then further followed by the variable. Within the variable, I have defined whenever you are being called, whenever this variable is being called, perform this function, and output would be the reverse complement of the sequence. So the output would be T A G C T A G C, again same T A G C. So our final challenge that is faced by a biologist is um, how to implement, or how to even run or implement algorithm into their research. So imagine a biologist imagine you have a task to perform, or any biologist want to predict whether a certain plant species is susceptible to particular disease based on its character. Python can help by using machine learning libraries such as scikit-learn. They can train a classification model on a data set of known plant species and their disease susceptibility, and then it will use model to predict the susceptibility of the new samples. Python machine learning capabilities enable biologists to make accurate prediction and make informative decision. I'll tell you what it is telling. Actually, the thing is, what happens, machine learning is and artificial intelligence is done using Python. So what happens, we have to train the computer that whenever I'm showing, see, face recognition, how it works, I'm telling my phone, even in a phone it is incorporated, I'm telling them to recognize my face and then only open the computer. It is trained already by showing the facial features. So the concept or the coding behind it or the libraries behind it are already been um, defined, and these defined libraries are written in Python programming language. Understood? So even when there's a small toddler, there's a kid. So whenever he or she is trying to learn the shape of new things, triangle, square, rectangle, so they're being trained. We give them multiple examples so that they could differentiate and distinguish among these shapes, or they know how laptop look and how a phone look. This is just, even us humans are trained. We know this is called towel, or this is called kurti, or this is called laptop, this is pen, pencil, eraser, everything is known. So we ourselves are trained, and using Python programming language we train the machine. so as to perform the task as a so as to not only perform, think and analyze the task as a human would. Now now let's just talk, we have addressed and we are going to learn and address more problems and challenges faced by you guys. And now further, let's talk about the course overview. Over the duration of this program, we will cover a wide range of topics, starting from the basic of the Python programming and gradually progressing to more advanced concept. By ending the course, you will have a solid understanding of Python and its practical application in biology. So for day one, we have planned to have an introduction to Python. So this will involve installation and setup of the Python. Then the basic syntax and data types will be determined. I'll teach you everything. We would write and execute the simple Python scripts as well. On day two, we will work with the data. We'll have few files such as text or CSV file. We'll work with the data. We will perform read and writing on these files, parsing the data from files and extracting the relevant information from the file. This could be done using Python very easily. I'll teach you how. Basic data manipulation could be done easily by using Python libraries as well, and everything would be very descriptive in our further sessions. Day three, we will do data visualization. First, I'll just tell you or introduce you to the data visualization with Python using various libraries. So, creating simple plots, I'll teach you how, and customizing plots and adding labels and titles or legends, or tagging the image. Even we could tag the image using the programming language. Fourth, there will be control flow and function. We will learn the conditional statement, if else loop, for while, writing and using functions to modularize code. Best practices, we'll practice how we could write and read codes very effectively. It is very easy to learn. I'll teach you how. Fifth day would be biology. We will work with the biological data sets. We will use the BioPython libraries now on fifth day. I'll explain how these FASTA files and everything are different from each other. There would be a basic introduction to that. So then followed by the overview of Python libraries from for bioinformatics. What are the libraries? What are they doing? How are they performing their function? The algorithm behind that. Everything we will learn. Where did the algorithm come from? Algorithms came from the real life examples. For example, if we take an example of birds flying, they have a pattern. They fly forming a canopy, a triangle. Why is that? So the frontmost bird is the strongest bird, and they're aware of that. And further moving on, the last few birds are the weakest. So all these patterns, just not birds. When we talk about ants, whenever you see an ant and you, for example, they're moving this way, and I have put an obstacle in their path, like I have put a pencil or something. What they'll do, they optimize their path. They know where they have to go. They know their initial point, their start point. They know procedure, instruction, everything. All these things are implemented using real life examples. Algorithms are used implementing real life examples. What they do, ants now, they will optimize the path, nearest path, or whatever the shortest path could be. They have that analytical skills which we lack. So we are now enabling, we are teaching the computers to perform such tasks. And it's just we have taken the example from the real life examples only. So now we will learn everything about the Python, reading and processing biological data using relevant libraries as well. On day 6, we will work on the sequencing data. We will do the basic manipulation and analysis using BioPython, like I've showed you in previous example. Even we will do sequence comparison, sequence alignment first, then comparison. We will calculate properties, GC content, molecular weight. Everything would be covered on 6th day. Now, biological data analysis would be performed on 7th day of this 15-day program. We will explore and analyze the biological databases. I'll give you the introduction for that as well. Statistical analysis. For statistical analysis, we use SciPy stats model. Everything will be done. Hypothesis testing and visualization of the result. We will cover it on 7th day. Now on 8th day, we will access biological data sets. So I'll give you the basic introduction on biological data set. So we will retrieve the data from databases using even library. It's very easy using BioPython. We could even retrieve the databases. We will parse and analyze the retrieved data on 8th day. All these are tasks will be covered on each day. Now on 9th day, data mining and text processing will be done, extracting relevant information from text. Regular expression or everything will be covered. Text processing will be done. It involves searching and pattern matching. Now NLP, I'll cover the NLP, natural language processing basics and how it is used for biological text analysis. Now 10th day, machine learning for biology, introduction to machine learning. It is a very it's very interesting topic, machine learning using Python. It's very easy. And how it is implemented in biology and how is it useful in biology, that too we will cover. We'll do supervised, unsupervised learning. We will cover every single thing on mentioned over here on day 10. Applying machine learning to biological data sets for data using Python libraries like scikit-learn. Now 11th day, we'll do genomics and transcriptomics. I've worked on various projects on various projects on genomics as well as transcriptomics. I'll show you my work as well. I'll demonstrate every single thing, give an introduction about both of these. Genomic, how is genomic data analysis is done, and how is transcriptomic data analysis is done. Genome assembly, how we do genome assembly and annotation using Python. Even differential expression analysis. By differential expression analysis, again, why is this gene not performing its task? It's deviating from its task, and because of that gene, various pathways are getting affected, and because of that we are getting affected. How? Genetic disease is being caused because of that differential expression. It is not correctly. How is differential expression is done? I'll tell you how. It's like a normal human being gene performing the task. So those parameters are compared with the normal human being performing the task and a abnormal or a diseased human being performing a human gene performing that task. So we'll compare these both parameters. There we'll compare the expression of the gene. So this is how we figure out what is being deviated and how it is affecting, how is it creating the genetic disease. We will learn about this on 11th day. 12th, proteomics and metabolomics. I'll give a basic introduction and we'll do analyze mass spectrometry data using Python. For that, we'll use Pythomics. For that purposes, I'll use Python library. And last one, on 12th day, we will cover data pre-processing and statistical analysis. We'll have few examples. We'll perform examples using the programming language. Now on 13th day, we will be covering network analysis in biology, introduction of network theory and its application, network construction and visualization using Python library. For network construction and visualization, we use network X, and everything will be covered for that network analysis on 13th day. Even we'll be able to using network X, we will be able to analyze biological network and identify the key nodes. 14th day, data integration and visualization, integrating multiple biological data sets for analysis, visualization of integrated data using Python libraries, and creating interactive visualization. So entirely visualization is possible using Python programming language. And on 14th day, we'll do that. And last 15 day would be work project and wrap ups. For work on small, each of everyone will be given a small project. So over on that project, you have to apply Python to the specific biological problem. You will have a project. In that project, you will have unique specific biological problem. For addressing that problem, what code of what libraries you will use, everything that would be up to you. Whatever is explained in these 15 days, you have to, according to your understanding, apply those concepts into in your project, into your biological problem. Again, review and consolidation of the concept learned throughout these 15 days. Whatever you have learned, we'll see how it's going well and what you have grasped on in these 15 days. We'll further discuss the resources and avenues for expanding Python skills in biology. Further, um, yes, so these 15 days are covered over here. So now that we are done with the Python programming course introduction, I have introduced you correctly, and whatever we will cover in these 15 days is been explained to you very briefly, and further we'll dig very deep inside all these steps. So I'm thrilled to introduce our Python programming course designed to provide you with exceptional learning experience. Let me highlight some key points. So firstly, we have made sure our course is accessible to everyone. This is how unique our course is. It is accessible to everyone. Even being bioinformatician, I have worked on variety of projects. I'll share my experience with you. I'll share my knowledge with you. I have not only used Python programming language, I have implemented R in my projects. I have used Python, Perl, R, and even I have worked on whole genome sequencing. For that purposes, I have worked on Linux operating system. So I'll share my experience with you. I'll share my knowledge throughout my academic and my professional career. And I really want input from you guys. I want everybody of you, without hesitating, ask me any query anytime possible. And we are in this together. We are going to learn every concept of life. What is biological data? And by studying biological data, we'll be able to understand the concepts of life. How is it performing so smoothly? How is every function on point? Or if not on point, what is the deviation or what is the irregulation causing that thing to happen? Everything will be covered in this 15 days. I will really appreciate your input by asking freely without hesitation. We are on the same ground. Even I'm learning daily. Even you guys are learning. So we are in this together. What happens sometimes, teacher might not have that type of thinking. When I'm teaching you, there might be some idea strike in your mind might be that might be a solution to a problem, or that might be a new study we could perform. So yes, I really want your inputs, and I am looking forward for these 15 days, and we'll cover everything out. And it's very simple programming language. It's easy to learn, and I'm there to help you. So I'll tell you how unique this course is. Firstly, we have made sure our course is accessible to everyone by offering it as an affordable price of just 999, which you will be able to see here. This makes it uniquely, it is a highly, this makes it highly cost effective compared to other platforms that charge around 2000. I feel like uh, I was also a student. I have like enrolled for these courses. Relatively, this is very cheap price wise. And secondly, what happened, this is secondly, this is training program spends for 15 days, allowing you, giving you ample of time to dive deep into the data analysis using Python programming language. We believe in providing solid foundation and through understanding of this and thorough understanding. If each and every day is predefined, we will cover each and every point. And every day you will be given assignments. You have to do that. Not only assignments, there would be very interactive sessions. Thirdly, we understand the importance of practical application throughout the course. We'll incorporate practical examples. We'll have real life scenarios. We'll have real life case studies to demonstrate how Python is used in various domains. This help you grasp the practical side of programming and see its relevance in the real world. Moreover, upon completing this course, you will have the opportunity to take up a short project work. This give you a chance to apply your newly acquired Python skill. Again, I'm saying, being a researcher, being a biologist, and now you're learning programming language. You're equipped with so many interdisciplines. Now your brain is programmed, and you will get more insightful ideas, which even your teacher cannot get. Implementing these ideas is very important for you. For that too, we'll um, we'll provide you opportunities, such as we'll give you real life studies cases. We'll give you practical examples. We'll give you projects as well. So this will help you grasp the practical side of programming and see the relevance in the real world. So yeah, the last thing that I want to mention is the moreover, upon completing the course, you will have the opportunity to undertake a short project work. This give you a chance to apply your newly acquired Python skill in a practical setting and gain a hands-on experience that would be very easily done. First day itself, I'll make you download anything that is required to run Python, and that would be possible. And hands-on experience would be a daily thing. Throughout 15 days, we have to perform those coding, those tasks. So hands-on experience and this new learning would be great for you all. And again, it is a very good, unique value program of 15 days. And there's not, wait, There's more to it. We go beyond the course and offer internship opportunities. As an intern, you will have the chance to work on real time industry projects, gaining valuable experience and enhancing your skills further. So we will even provide you internship opportunities where you will be able to use your freshly learned new programming language on real-time industry project. You'll gain valuable experience, you'll enhance your skill further. It is not always about learning new thing, it is about implementing your learnings into a project. Understood? Lastly, we'll provide you with additional resources to support your learning journey. These include recommended readings, online tutorials, codes repositories. We believe in empowering you to continue exploring and expanding with your Python learning experience, and even after the course, you could conclude and further learn this language. Yeah, so this is the format I will use. I will give you additional resources to support your learning journey. We will give you recommended readings from where or which tutorial you can refer to. I will specify, and we will provide all the links. We will provide you online tutorials as well. in these 15 days and in the last as well, we'll provide you endless links so that you could easily learn the code and understand the coding. And we will also provide you code repositories. All right, these are the we'll give you real life scenarios. We'll demonstrate, we'll use real life scenarios to demonstrate or solve a problem. We'll have various projects on which you will work, so both your theoretical skills and your hands-on experience and practical project, these will be enhanced. It is more emphasized on your practical knowledge, theoretical knowledge, and hands-on experience. Through projects, we will do so. So this will enhance all of these things. So again, exercises will be a daily thing. Each day you will be given assignments. You will perform exercise that will help you improve your coding skills. Now, again, this project encourages creative and critical thinking and application of Python programming techniques, and it offers guidance and support, providing constructive feedbacks. You can even ask me anytime, any situation, or any query you have. You can ask us. We will do our best to resolve your query, and the project facilitates learning and growth. That's it. This is we are looking forward to. We want you to learn and understand the language very efficiently. This is our motto. Anytime, you feel free to ask any question throughout these 15 days. Even today you can ask anything. We it's again this 15 days emphasizes more on your coding, your hands-on sessions, on your practical projects as well. Now I'll welcome you all. If you have any question, any query regarding this 15 days program, you feel free to ask now itself. There's one more offer to it, to our 15 days program. There's one offer. If you register right now, when this webinar is going on, if you right now register, the offer remains for you. This is a special offer that is for 999 for you. And when this webinar closes, this offer will not, this is a limited offer. As soon as this webinar ends, the price increase, it would be around 1299. So um, I want you guys to um, apply for this 15 days course right now, as it is giving you opportunity to, like, it is very cheap as compared to any other course. So, and with my experience and knowledge, I'll share every little detail with you. We are in this together and we'll learn together every single thing. So it is a limited offer. If you apply it for now, if you register immediately right now, it is for 999. Make a decision and please register for it. And this is a limited offer. It would not last for like more hour. It would charge. It would be uh, only available for you till this webinar. And again, if you compare it to other platforms that are charging you 2000, our course offers excellent value for the investment. Additionally, upon completion of this course, you'll have the opportunity to even work as an intern on real time industry project, gaining valuable experience and exposure. We are leveraging you. We are giving you opportunities. We'll give you internship opportunities as well. We have so many projects designed. Um, we will even extract you from this course, whatever, whoever is the participants. We want you guys to work on these projects we have for you. So yes, take your decision. It's an excellent opportunity as this offer is will add an excellent, or it will add a value to your knowledge. And our course offers excellent value for our investment as well. So our teaching methodology combine interactive components, hands-on experience, and projects to provide you with comprehensive learning experience. We believe that active engagement of you all. I want active engagement in the class. So we believe that active engagement and practical application are key to mastering Python programming language. And I will be there every time to help you guys. You will have the access to lecture materials as well. Whatever the lecture you have, for example, this is your day one, and there's a lecture today. You will have the access to the even lecture materials and the videos as well. And you'll have the practical example. We will use practical examples, and on daily basis we will um, do these examples or do the coding practically. And the guidance of experienced more instructors. We have more classes to come. We have throughout the course. So if you want, even guest lecture will be there. Thank you very much. I hope I'm clear that as soon as this webinar ends, this offer is for limited time period. As soon as this webinar ends, the price for the registration will increase. For now, it is 999. These are few success stories. All right, I'll show you a different screen. These are few success stories. So previously, many students from different areas or different institutions joined the same 15 days same 15 days program, Python for biologists. So these are the success stories and how happy and how well trained they were throughout the session. These are previous success stories of our previous participants, and just these are the three stories I have pasted here. This will inform you and give you a glimpse of the transformational impact of a course that has had on their careers in research. Am I audible to you all? Anyone from the participant, can you let me know if I'm audible or not?
Ma'am, you are audible, but the audio in the video is not. Uh,
All right, it is not visible to you.
Ma'am, it is visible, but the audio is not. We are not able to hear her.
Okay, then I'll have to open this way. Is it visible and audible right now? Is it audible? Even I get filled with joy when I get such type of feedback. Please let me know if that video was audible to you all. Anyone from the participant, or you could write. Okay, not audible. Oh, all right. Now is it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Later we will share all this with you. No need to worry. You will be able to see these videos, these success story videos. Again, if you have any question, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. And again, lastly, I would just want you guys to ask me any question regarding this program. If you have, please feel free to ask anything. Please feel free to ask any query of yours related to the course or related to the curriculum or any other concern you may have. Please, this is the session, this is the webinar session. Then we'll start our course very soon. And if you have any query, please feel free to ask. I'm here to provide you clarity about anything, your course, your curriculum, or any other concern. And I ensure you that you make an informed decision.